All right, so you've got LED indicators installed in your car, and now you've got to deal with Hyperflash. Now, the easy way is just splicing in some resistors. Now, I personally don't want to do that because I don't want to cut into my factory wiring. So what I'm going to show you is how you can mod your original factory indicator relay and make it so that it works with LED indicators. First thing is you want to come into your driver's footwell, and just underneath the steering wheel there's going to be this trim panel, which you just gotta pull down from here and here. And once you pull that down, you're going to see two little claws. Just pull it out like that. Over here, in your driver's footwell, it might be slightly different if your car is left-hand drive, but in a right-hand drive vehicle, if you look over there, that black box, that is the indicator relay. And to get that out, the easy way to get that out is first to undo the wiring coupler, which is that one there. It's really stiff, the little tab that you need to push, so I'm going to be using like a flathead screwdriver to push it in. Then you're going to need a crosshead screwdriver. I think it's a number 2 Phillips that'll do the job. You won't be able to see it, you'll just have to feel around for it. Over there, oh, there we go. You should be able to see it right now. This over here is the bonnet or hood release cable, and that's attached to the hood release latch. Directly above it, there's that crosshead screw. You're gonna have to undo that screw, and once you undo that one screw, you should be able to remove this metal bracket, which has the indicator relay attached to it. And there we go. That's the indicator relay. It says flasher on it. Here we have the indicator relay that we just pulled out. Now, to pull out the circuit out of the housing, it's really, really simple. So if you look at the side profile where the connector is, there's like this little lip over there, and there's a flap here. So what you do is you open up, well, I'm just going to show you the reverse of taking it out. This flap goes into that lip, and then if I push it in, there's two little kind of notches here and here that'll slide into these little gaps, and that's going to lock in place. To get that out, I just used a really thin flathead screwdriver, and I pried this little tab on this side and then on the other side as well. And both of those tabs, once you pry up on that while pulling on the connector, it's going to pop out a little bit. This little flap will still be stuck here, and then you just move the flap out like that and then slide the whole thing out. If you look at it, it's pretty easy to figure out. This is what it's going to look like. And you're going to see two big capacitors on it. And if you flip it over, and of course the two big black boxes are relays, and you'll see a bunch of resistors on it as well. And if you flip it over, you'll see a little chip over here. This circuit is really just a timer circuit. There's a couple of things that you can do to change how it works. One suggestion that I've read online was if you change this capacitor over here, it's marked as C1, and that's going to be the one furthest away from the connector coupler. If you change that capacitor, what's normally on there is a 4.7 microfarad capacitor. If you change that to roughly about double the capacitance, which is 10 microfarads, it'll slow down the entire timer circuit. So even when you're getting hyperflash, it's going to hyperflash at a slower rate, and so you end up getting a normal flash rate with LEDs. The problem with that is that the hyperflash function doesn't affect the hazard lights, so your hazards are going to start flashing a lot slower. The other way is to get rid of the hyperflash function altogether. So that means if the circuit cannot detect whether there's a blown bulb or not, it's not going to go into hyperflash mode. So regardless of what's going on with the resistance in the circuit, when you've got either your left or right indicators turned on, this thing is still going to flash at the normal rate. All you have to do is cut pin number 8. So this little chip has got 14 pins, and there'll be a little dot on the corner to mark pin number 1. With any kind of chip like this, that's got 2 rows of legs, you're going to start counting from the side or from the corner with a dot on it, and you're going to be counting as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to go across like this, and then you're going to have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 going all the way back to the right side. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a pair of nippers and we're going to cut pin number 8 or leg number 8, which is the one right here on the corner. And I've already done that in advance. If you look at it real close, you'll be able to see that the leg is missing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw this back together in the casing and plug it back into the car. The LED indicators will blink at a normal rate. All right, so there we go. Put everything back together, put it back in the car, and tested both the hazards and the left and right indicators. Everything's working as it should. Only downside, I guess, to doing this is you lose the blown bulb detection function. And if you're using LEDs, that's not going to be as big a deal because LEDs tend to last a lot longer than regular incandescent bulbs. You should be checking all your lights with the help of someone else, from outside the vehicle in regular intervals anyway. I think as long as I do that, I'll be fine. I've got my indicators working, so I'm happy. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. It helps me a lot, helps me stay motivated to keep making videos like this. And subscribe as well so that you don't miss out on new videos when they drop. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.